The Mission Viejo Diablos football team has a long and established program. Their current run of victories includes a championship from 1 year ago. They are on a similar run, and today Coach Bob Johnson and 3 of his players join me to discuss their season, the team, and why the Diablos are just that good. I'm Paul Higgins, this is Coach's Corner, and all the action starts right now. Hello everybody, I'm Paul Higgins and welcome to this week's edition of Coach's Corner, coming to you from the city of Mission Viejo High School, right here on the football field, Diablo football field. And as you can tell, we are talking Mission Viejo Diablo football. Perfect time of the year for football. It actually feels like it's cooling off a little bit, so we're all psyched up about postseason play, and that's what we'll be talking about today. Coach Bob Johnson, in his 16th year here at Mission Viejo High School, joins us on the show. Also, special guest, somebody very dear and close to him, his grandson, Brock Johnson, number 11, who is the quarterback right now. And Mission Viejo, if you date back till last year, they have a 22-game winning streak. Pretty impressive right now, undefeated on the season. And Bob, welcome to Coach's Corner. Thanks for taking time out of your day. So glad to see you, man. And you've got somebody pretty familiar with you, Brock Johnson. Did you ever think that you'd be coaching your grandson playing high school football?
Yeah, I did.
Did you really?
Yeah, I did. As long as they had a grandson, I think Brett was going to stick around, and his lovely wife, well, they'd be here, and chance of him playing quarterback pretty good.
Yeah.
So, it doesn't take away from the excitement, though. It's been a lot of fun.
No doubt about it, and I know that just looking at Brock, and I tried to tell them that I covered his dad when he was in high school, and a lot of similarities. Mm-hmm. I know you get the comparisons. Mm-hmm. Is that flattering?
Yeah, I take it as a compliment. I mean, I've watched some of his old tape, and he's a great player, so I take it as a compliment, yeah.
Tell me about the streak you're on right now as you get ready for the playoffs. I know that, a streak can end any time, right? But more importantly is the playoffs. You'll be home field, you have home field, not sure who you're going to play yet. Does it matter who you play, Brock? Can you tell me about that?
No, we'll wait and see when it comes out next Sunday who we're playing. Just take it a week at a time and actually not worry about the streak at all.
Yeah, and Coach, tell me about the style of football for the people that don't get to see you that often, and they're just running across you right now on our show. What is the style of Bob Johnson, Mission Viejo football?
We hope that we're known to hit people pretty well. We like to say that, and I think we do. I think you have to win. We still run the football. We're sort of a dinosaur. We throw the ball plenty. But our style is pretty much, that's how we win, we feel, with toughness up front and being able to throw the ball as well as run it. So a lot of people don't run it quite as much as we do anymore, but we're pretty much 50-50.
Okay.
We're old school, and we enjoy being old school, and it's worked for us anyway. So it's what we do, and we're having a ball.
Well, you say it works for you, and obviously it has. You have a staff of 11 people that help you out, that work extremely hard. When you look at the type of football that you do, it comes from you, but how much support do you get from the guys that surround you, including your sons?
Oh, it's tremendous. I'm the most blessed guy in the world. I say it every night and day. I can't say enough about our staff. Now, I know every place you go, if you interview a coach, he's going to love his staff, but they can't be loving it as much as I do. And they've stuck around with me. I mean, these are ex-players of mine from the El Toro days. Right. 3 or 4 of them, and all the guys we know really, really well. We travel a lot with our teams, back east, Hawaii, different places, so we hope that our players as well get a good feel of the entire situation, because I believe in that with kids, have always, and I think overall it's what's fed our program, and people want to come here and play. And still enjoying the heck out of it, that's for sure.
You are.
This team is very special as well.
Brock, I know that Friday nights are something pretty special, as Coach said that already. Tell me why it's special for you.
I think it's just a really unique opportunity to have my grandpa and my dad and my uncle as coaches. So even just throughout the week at practice, every day is a unique opportunity.
Yeah, and Brock, you and I were talking before the show. You haven't decided on where you might go. Would you like to stay on the West Coast to be close to family, or does it matter?
I'm open. I'd go anywhere. I'm just open. I just want to play college football at the next level. So I'd go anywhere.
And your thoughts about going to that next level, your expectations. Obviously, your uncle made it big. Your dad made it big. And is that something that you want to follow in the footsteps? Is that a reality?
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm just focusing on what I can do, which is playing football and letting the recruiting take care of itself. And hopefully, I'll be playing on Saturdays next year.
Tell me what type of leader you are in the huddle. Covering Rob and covering Brett. Are you a hybrid of both, or tell me about that?
I'm not sure about their leadership, per se. I've seen them playing actually, but in terms of leadership, I just try and lead the best I can and do whatever I can to help my team win.
Coach, depending on who you play in a playoff situation, do you change your game plan at all, or do you just go straight ahead, what you said, 50-50 Mission Viejo Diablo football?
Well, we certainly spend a lot of time, as does every staff, to try to pick something apart and find a weakness or just see what works best against each opponent. But we don't change a whole lot. They're going to know what we're doing and come on at it. That's our feelings about things, and it's worked pretty well. So we're not changing a bit on that deal. With Brock on his leadership, he's being a little humble because he's, without a doubt, there could be some ties in there, but he's the best leader I've ever had, including anybody you want to mention. So it's shown, and that's all good.
That's amazing. That's great. Did you hear what he just said?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty special.
Coach, you mentioned old school, that you play old school football. But with that said, how has high school football changed since the days of El Toro and when there would be 10,000 people at the stadium, when Brett played? Your thoughts about, has it changed a lot, or is it still the same?
Well, as far as the enrollment and stuff, but the size of the crowds, they haven't changed here on our side.
No, it's huge.
It's huge. It's huge, and I'm really proud of that. And it's really fun to come down and see this place rocking every Friday night. And no seats left, and so. I just think that's a matter of winning,
right?
No matter where you go. So we've been fortunate enough to win. So that part of it's good. I think the biggest change in football, and it'll change back again and stuff, but would be airing the ball out a lot more. Okay. And that's a lot of fun. We air it out. There's no question. We throw the ball a lot, but we haven't forgot the run game. But that's the biggest change. Most people are no huddle, which we do both.
Right.
But it's just our way, and a lot of the people are just absolutely just throwing 90% of the time or 85% of the time, and
makes for a long game.
But I just don't quite believe in it that much.
Well, something's working right. And Brock, before I let you go, what is it about football that you enjoy the most? Coach Johnson said about you do have leadership skills that you're modest about, but what is it? Is it strapping on the helmet and hitting somebody, or avoiding getting hit because you're a quarterback? Tell me about that.
I love the hitting. Growing up playing Okjaf and playing lower levels around here, I played defense, so I've always loved the hitting. But what I love the most is the preparation throughout the week. Picking apart the opposing defense and putting together a game plan and working at practice and seeing how it all comes together on Friday night.
One additional question for you, and this is from left field, but quarterback, if you were told, hey Brock, I'm going to give you a scholarship, but it's not at quarterback, it's at XYZ. What position would that be?
That won't happen.
Safety?
Safety, okay.
Yeah, sure.
Right. If Bob Johnson says it's not going to happen, it won't happen. I appreciate you joining us, Brock. And Bob, you're going to stick around and got a couple more players. But Brock Johnson right now maintaining a 22-game winning streak with the Mission Viejo Diablos as they get set for round 1 of the CIF Southern Section Football Playoffs. This is Coach's Corner. We'll be back with more right after this. Mission Basilica School is a Catholic parochial school with single-grade classrooms from pre-kindergarten through 8th grade.
We have absolutely the best to offer in education. We don't just educate the child academically. They are nurtured spiritually. They are guided through their spiritual journey. They are loved, every being of them.
A blue ribbon school for academic excellence, located on the beautiful grounds of Mission San Juan Capistrano, Mission Basilica School.
Why go anywhere else for your remodel project when you can find everything here at Decor & Tile? Our expert staff has years of experience which is passed on to you whether you are a homeowner, contractor, or designer. At Decor and Tile, we make your project easy with our beautiful and unique showroom filled with tile, stone, decorative glass, wood tile, granite, and quartz like Pentel, Caesar Stone, and USA Cambria. Find out why Decor and Tile is the most referred showroom in South Orange County. Come in, call, or visit us on the web today.
At Olson Orthodontics in San Juan Capistrano, they want to see you smile, and it starts from the first visit.
On my very first appointment, before I left, I knew exactly what I was getting, how much it was going to be. They were incredibly friendly, so it just made sense. It was completely at home here.
Dr. Olson does an excellent job of making his patients feel comfortable.
Well, I was just really enjoying coming here and seeing him. I loved to see Dr. Olson.
Call or visit Olson Orthodontics today. Hello everybody, welcome back to this edition of Coach's Corner, talking Mission Viejo with Diablo football. Joining us now is Carter Hartman. He's on his way to Harvard, so congratulations to him. He plays defensive tackle and also offensive tackle. If you're watching game film, check out number 54. And welcome, Carter, to Coach's Corner. And I know, Coach, you're going to be really bummed when this guy leaves. Not only is he a great athlete, obviously a great student on his way to Harvard.
Yeah, we're really proud of him. We just found that out today. He just found it out this weekend. Couldn't have known any earlier than that. So really excited for him because he had a lot of other choices and would have had a lot more. But made his mind up and going to trip there in another week or so, right after one of our games. And he hadn't even tripped there yet, but he knows what it's about and he knows his future and he knows what they can offer him. So I'm really proud of him and happy.
What kind of role do you play in a decision-making process for a high school player that's going to move to the next step? Obviously, you've got a wealth of information.
Yeah, we've had a ton of them every year that go on, and this year will be no exception. And meet with the families early in the spring before their senior year, and try to give them as much information as I can, because I've been around a while.
Yeah.
So, and most of them adhere to that and get after it and do the right things, and it's just it's a great day when we have our signing deal here. And you see these kids go on and play from Ivy League to Pac-12. You know, we've had it everywhere, and a lot of pro guys have come out of here recently. So I'm really proud of it, and love seeing those guys come back.
It's awesome. And Carter, congratulations. I know the decision was probably kind of tough because you had a number of choices you can make. Why Harvard?
You know, obviously it has great academics, and their football team is doing really well. They're on like a 21-game win streak. And I actually have a lot of family ties to the School of Harvard and Boston area.
Did you reach out to Coach Johnson and say, what do you think?
We had met a number of times, and he gave me tons of advice, and he left the decision up to me, and yeah, he was a great help throughout the process.
Someone from Harvard, pardon me, Carter, if someone from Harvard asked you, tell me what Diablo football is all about. Tell me about your high school experience playing football, mentality, philosophy, what would you say?
Mission has a great tradition of working hard, pursuing the ball, doing everything that we can control, and just practicing really hard all week.
What is it that you like about playing here at Mission Viejo High School? Not only are you guys winning, but there's a reason why.
Yeah, I like winning, I like the coaches, like my teammates, and we get a great crowd every week.
Yeah,
so.
You obviously get it. I remember, I mean, I come back on Friday nights from other games and I look here and this place is packed.
Yeah, it rocks.
You know, and Coach, what do you look for in a defensive tackle? That's a pretty tough position to fill, and it's a pretty tough position to play. I know you've got line coaches and everything, but as the head coach, what do you look at?
Sacks. No, that's what they love, and so do I. And he leads our team in it this year, and he's really made a big jump this year in that area. He played really well last year when we won the whole thing, and he's really playing well this year when we hope to win it again. And he's a big reason for that. So really proud of him, and especially the playing both ways this year has not been easy for a big guy, you know.
Right.
But he's fought through it. We had a couple injuries which made him do a little bit more both ways. So I just really enjoy watching him play. On tape mainly, I mainly break down the offensive side, but I always get over with the defense. I've seen him every week, and I see it live. So he's got a lot of sacks this year, you know, and it's good stuff.
Coach, you haven't been in very many close games. I think the closest game was the Tesoro game, a 6-point game, 39-33. You've blown out team after team. Your thoughts, I mean, what would it feel like to play in a tight game? I mean, is that something you anticipate and you thrive off of, or do you just want to spank these guys?
Yeah, no, we're going to have a little bit of both. I mean, we're going to face it coming up here in the playoffs, where we're going to be behind maybe, or we'll come back. And I like this team a lot, and I just and those scores that we put on people, we get out of the thing real early. All of our kids play in those games, so we're just that particular night we were better than those teams, and they couldn't do anything about it. So. I just like that W at the end. I don't really care how we got it. Just it's been a lot of fun.
Carter, Coach has mentioned something. You know, you guys being able to bring in freshmen and sophomores to play in a varsity game when you're up by 2 or 3 touchdowns, that only builds the program. That strengthens the program, because when a freshman is finally a junior, he's probably already had 10, 12 games of experience on the varsity level. Did that happen to you? And if it did it help you?
Yeah, I got an opportunity to play in some games my sophomore year, and there was a lot of good players that year that I looked up to on the defensive line, and they definitely helped me and showed me, what's expected of players here at Mission.
Carter, what is the secret, as Coach said, what's the secret to a quarterback sack? I mean, you got to beat the guy in front of you first, right?
Just don't stop, A lot of times one move isn't good enough, and sometimes the first guy there doesn't get the sack, but if all 4 linemen keep going, someone's going to get there.
How well do you read a quarterback's tendencies? Does that help you pick up a sack here and there? Tell me about that philosophy.
Usually with my hand in the dirt, I usually don't get to see the quarterback that much before the play, so I usually read like the guard's hands and how his stance is.
If you were to give advice to a young Pop Warner player, a guy in Okjoff that wants to follow in your footsteps, what do you say to that kid at this point in his young career?
Keep having fun playing and work hard at every offseason.
Is there a particular player on the upper level of college or pros that you like to watch and say, that's the guy I want to be?
Yeah, I like watching J.J. Watt.
Okay. Not having a great year with those Texans, but he's still a great player, right? Yeah. What is it that you like about him?
Never stops.
Yeah, okay.
Never stops.
I was going to say, besides the obvious. And Coach, when you get a player like this, when do you start thinking about who's going to fill the role? Is it sometime during the year, or do you wait till the season ends and then go, all right, we got to fill some holes here?
After the season.
After the season.
Yeah, I don't bother 1 minute with anything. I'm too busy.
Yeah.
And I don't think about that at all.
Right.
If I did, I might commit suicide. We're losing a lot of kids this year, but we always lose a lot of kids.
Right.
We'll be fine. But
why
I don't think about it at all. I really don't.
I think you said Brock's modest, but you're modest. Because I've known you a long time, and why is it that Mission Viejo continues to be such a great football school when you don't have the numbers that Laguna Hills or some of these other schools have the ability to have? I mean, this is one of the oldest areas in the county, and people aren't selling their homes and moving away, and kids aren't moving in all the time.
Yeah, I know. It will become harder and harder. We're losing a little bit of enrollment. They're trying to keep it up, but we're the smallest school in our league. The only one smaller is Laguna Hills. They probably, in defense of them, belong in another league. We never play them because they wouldn't. But nevertheless, we're humble about it. We just hope that the parents keep coming on in. But a lot of that they can't control. And they have to live in the boundaries. So so far so good. Keep it going.
Before I let you go, I got to ask you, and I've asked many athletes about this when I've had Coach Johnson on. What is it that you like about Coach Johnson as a head coach? Be careful.
He knows so much about everything. He knows about the game. He knows every college coach in the NCAA. He knows how to deal with everyone's personal situation, and he knows a lot.
The wisdom is really a benefit that you guys have as players under Coach Bob Johnson. So
it's called age.
Don't say that, Coach. You look great, man. So Carter Hartman on his way to Harvard. Again, check him out, number 54 with the Diablos. Congratulations, Carter, on all your success and future success as well.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
You got it. When we come back, we'll have one more player, Michael Califano, the defensive back for the Mission Viejo Diablos. That's next.
Why go anywhere else for your remodel project when you can find everything here at Decor and Tile? Our expert staff has years of experience which is passed on to you whether you are a homeowner, contractor, or designer. At Decor and Tile, we make your project easy with our beautiful and unique showroom filled with tile, stone, decorative glass, wood tile, granite, and quartz like Pentel, Caesar Stone, and USA Cambria. Find out why Decor and Tile is the most referred showroom in South Orange County. Come in, call, or visit us on the web today.
At Olson Orthodontics in San Juan Capistrano, they want to see you smile, and it starts from the first visit.
On my very first appointment, before I left, I knew exactly what I was getting, how much it was going to be. They were incredibly friendly, so it just made sense. It was completely at home here.
Dr. Olson does an excellent job of making his patients feel comfortable.
Well, I was just really enjoying coming here and seeing him. I loved to see Dr. Olson.
Call or visit Olson Orthodontics today. Mission Basilica School, located in historic San Juan Capistrano, is a blue ribbon school focused not only on quality education but spiritual enlightenment, creating a learning environment that's second to none.
I love the feel of the school and what it brings.
They're wonderful kids, have great family lives. They are brothers and sisters once they reach the campus.
A blue ribbon school for academic excellence, located on the beautiful grounds of Mission San Juan Capistrano. Welcome back to this edition of Coach's Corner here at the city of Mission Viejo on the campus of Mission Viejo High School with Coach Bob Johnson and the Diablo football team. Three outstanding players that we're featuring today. Of course, it takes a lot more than that to make them a great team, but we do have a fantastic football player right now. Defensive back number 3, Michael Califano. And Coach, I know that you're going to lose him as well because all the seniors that you have on the show today. What is it that you like about Michael and your thoughts about him going on to the next phase of his career?
Well, I've talked to him already, and he's going to come back for another year and set some CIF record and get fined. We're going to miss him like crazy. Not only is he an awesome football player for us and so much fun to coach, it's like a lot of our kids that have started a couple years in a row like he has, and they just sell out. Yeah. And that's the best way to put it. I think he sells out every play. Yeah. So he's a joy to be around, and we'll miss him like crazy. Yeah, no doubt. And Michael, I know that you said that you played with the Okjoff Cowboys, right? And so did you ever think that when you were playing with the Cowboys that you would be playing on a team at this caliber here at Mission Viejo High School?
I always knew when I was little I wanted to come here, and I never thought that I would be like in the spot where I am and be ranked as high as we are, and it's been like a dream to come here.
Did you, when you were a young kid, because you still are a young kid, were you ever up in the stands watching the Diablos?
Yeah, I had field passes and on the sidelines.
Tell me what that was like, and now do you look around when you play on this field to see other kids doing what you did? Tell me about that.
I coach a couple kids in the lower levels. Like a person I know, he did the same for me. He played here, and he kind of mentored me, and I always looked up to him, and now the little kids look up to me, and it's a good feeling.
Tell me, what is it about Diablo football that you guys keep winning? Whatever streak you're on, it doesn't matter, because you might put together 10 games and lose a game and rip another 12. But what is it about the whole atmosphere here that you continue to win football games?
It's just the preparation of coming in every game. We're very well prepared, a lot of film study, and play for everybody in the stands and keep it going.
Coach, does your wife routinely come out still and watch you guys play? And
every game.
And that's such a family community thing. I mean, I have to ask you, I'm sure with all the opportunities that you've created for other people, you've created opportunities for yourself. And you've been asked this, but did you ever think, hey, I could coach USC, I could coach this, because you could, but why didn't you?
I like the level. I just like the purity of the high school football. I really do. And a lot's changed here and there, but we don't change too much. We're sort of old school, and I just a long time ago I just felt that's what my calling was, and the money issue and those kind of things of when you get a chance to go somewhere different never was enough to entice me. That's for sure. I'm a high school coach, and now that's what I'll be. So I'm sure the others they're real tempting at times, you know. And I can't say I didn't talk to a couple people, but it didn't last. It
Right.
didn't last overnight. You know, I knew I'd be coaching football and high school level. So, you know, it's such a great age for them, and I've just had a great time all the way through.
How much of that decision played into the fact that you had two outstanding sons that you could coach? And if you were a college coach, you might not see half their games.
That was quite a bit of it.
Yeah. And now you get to see their success and what's going on with them. And obviously that's got to make you feel incredibly proud.
Yeah, they've had a lot of fun with kids as well. So it's nice to see that. And Debbie and I are blessed to have them so close by and at everything and coaching with us. And the kids are blessed because they're good coaches and they don't need to be coaching financially, you know, to tell you the truth. You know, so it's not a financial thing or anything else. Brett's been with me a long, long time, and Rob, as soon as he got out from pro ball, which is a long time, but still, bam, there he is.
Yeah.
So, and his kids, maybe I'll live that long, but they're shorter and smaller.
I'm sure you will. Michael, this is an obvious question, but do you know how fortunate you are to be in this situation at this school, being coached by a legend, and also the legends that he brings around to help coach you?
Yeah, it's definitely something to live up to, and really lucky to be here and have him looking out for me, and it's a great atmosphere to be around.
You keyed on something just a minute ago, and I want to follow up on it. You were mentored, now you're mentoring other kids. Do you envision yourself maybe as a high school football coach one day?
I don't know. It's tough. It's definitely something I can think about, but it's fun to be around, and I love the game.
What is it that you like about your position of defensive back? Coach says you sell out on every play.
What I love is just the fact that just everybody always depends on you to be there, and even if you're not around the play, as long as you're there where the ball is, pursuit to the ball, it's always good to be there and make plays. And so,
regardless of what happens the next 4 weeks, what will you remember most when you leave Mission Viejo High School in June and you go on to the next phase of your life?
Just all the friends I've made throughout high school and from this program, growing up from freshman year and hanging out with all the friends that I have and playing with them and growing closer to them. It's been really lucky and fun.
And then in that, what do you think you've learned the most out of participating and playing football? And I'm taking you out of math class right now, English or something, right? So I apologize for that. But what do you think that you take? Like, man, I learned a lot about this.
Just how much people can depend on you to be there for them, and how much your word means to people. And
yeah. And Coach, when you get kids that you're blessed, you said blessed a lot, which is awesome. And when you are blessed to be able to coach kids like this, that means they come from great backgrounds. There's a lot you don't have to worry about because there's a lot of good families.
There's no question. Blessed again, you know. Really, I mean, his family's a perfect example.
Yeah.
They're off the chart. Great people, and we're surrounded by them here. We really are. We've had a lot of new friends and acquaintances, Debbie and I have, through being here.
Yeah.
And at El Toro in the old days. We were just over there the other day, so it's not old days, but
that's right.
We had to play them over there at their place. But been a great run.
Yeah, it's a great run, and it continues to go. Right now, the Diablos currently on the season at 10-0. They're 4-0 in league as they get ready for the postseason playoffs. They have a 22-game winning streak. I want to thank Brock Johnson for joining me, Carter Hartman, and also Michael Califano, and especially Bob Johnson, who I've known since 1986, and when I first started my company. That's right, CIF champs over at El Toro High School. Some other number 11 was playing at that time. I think his name was Brett Johnson.
Very
Bob,
shy guy.
Yeah, always great to see you, man. Congratulations, and I'll shake your hand when we get up. But again, what a fantastic show this has been. You've seen some great highlights courtesy of the City of Mission Viejo TV and MVTV, Eric Winter, and the folks over there doing a great job. So thank you for the highlights. Thank you for watching Coach's Corner. Until next time, I'm Paul Higgins. Have a great week.